everybody. It's Matt and Jennifer Lucas with the franchising company back for another Zor Zoom edition. Today we're going to be talking with Blingle. But as we are going through, if you like what you hear and you want to find out if your market is available, click the link below or send me a text at 270-215-2844.
And before we get started, Aaron, I just want to throw out some teasers. So this is an awesome opportunity, both B2B and B2C, home-based, year-round service. There's no special licensing required, flat royalty fees, which is not common, and you can keep your job. Start semi-passively with a general manager in place. So, Aaron, it's so great for you to be here with us. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and the opportunity?
Sure. Thank you, Lucas, for having me today. Excited about this opportunity. So I'm Aaron Hoffman, Director of Franchise Development for Horsepower Brands, and I represent the Advantage brands, which include both Blingle and Heroes Lawn Care. These are a little bit easier to get into with the fixed flat rate royalties and some other cost concessions, which we can talk about. Blingle specifically is a premier outdoor lighting company focusing, like Jennifer said, on the residential and commercial application of permanent, landscape, event, and holiday light. And very excited to announce at the end of February, we introduced outdoor audio and visual to the portfolio of services. So now there's 5 spokes of business opportunity to create revenue generation for homes and businesses. I'll kind of give a top-down overview about Blingle and, from finances, investment level, differentiation, and how we kind of beat the fragmented outdoor lighting market, if that works.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So this business started, founded in Omaha in 2017. It became a franchise in late 2021. We currently have 32 owners in the portfolio, comprised of about 125 territories nationally. There are still territories available in most major to mid-major markets as well. So still some areas to grab for this opportunity. It can be a home-based business, like you mentioned, or a rented small storage facility. There's not a lot of brick-and-mortar retail warehouse space required to run this business. And again, that's about $500 a month in most markets for about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet to rent. Operationally, this is not a very complex business at all. You don't have to be an electrical engineer. We're not plugging into fuse boxes, circuit complexity, etc. I pride myself on being very, very good at golf. That's what I'm good at life, not anything light or electrical. I put myself through the training and did a 1-story house in about 40 minutes. So this is a very, very easy business to run and operate. It's not very labor intensive either. Really only 3 key roles to start this business: general manager, sales/design, and an installation tech. And as you know, with Horsepower Brands and our Z service, Z Recruit, we help our owners recruit for these roles. So oftentimes, to keep them labor efficient, we can help hire a utilitarian role. We're finding people that have this experience and, the industry knowledge and presence. So a GM can be a designer. A salesperson can be an installation tech. So as you're growing and scaling, we'll help you kind of maximize labor efficiency there.
I like that. That's nice.
Sure.
I did not know about this new outdoor audio and visual. That's a game changer.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about that.
Definitely. So we've done a lot of market research and intelligence and kind of learned that, indoor audio visual companies want to have nothing to do with the outdoor space. We are essentially already out there doing the trenching for the lighting, the electrical apparatus to have that set up. So it's a natural complement. And the market for that is huge. Outdoor speakers that look like rocks. It's kind of the new wave. TVs outside under cabanas. So this is just a natural complement to the lighting that we're already doing for homes and businesses.
That's awesome.
That is a great space to be in.
Definitely.
So tell us a little bit. You mentioned how many owners you have and how many territories that covers. So obviously, most of your owners are looking at multi-territories. How big are the territories?
Great question. So with Blingle, unlike our other brands, which go up to 5, Blingle covers 1 to 3 territories max. One territory covers 200,000 in population, all the way up to 600,000. For my shameless sales plug for any interested candidates, with Blingle, what we're doing right now to kind of bolster the brand nationally, if this comes to fruition in a partnership, we're offering a value-added territory. So if you purchase 1, the minimum, your second one would be free. Or if you purchase 2, To cap at 3, that third would be provided as a value add. Something exciting we're doing now to kind of grow our markets nationally. But yes, it caps at 3.
Okay.
Nice. So talk to us a little bit about the lighting side. So not only are you doing, traditional residential and commercial outdoor lighting, but you get into holiday lighting and stuff as well, correct?
Definitely, there's an often misconception that Blingle is just a holiday lighting brand. It is our Q4 cornerstone, 92% customer retention rate, very high in terms of reoccurring high margin business, because what we do in Blingle is typically sell a 3 to 4 year program to consumers. We install the lights, we take them down, and we store them. The cost of that inventory to the consumer is built into year 1. So our owners are seeing 80+% margin years 2, 3, and 4 of the program.
Wow.
Typically, they're selling anywhere between 200 and 600 homes each season, starting in September, going through, January takedown. It is a very prevalent aspect of the business. However, the other 9 months are where the higher ticket items come in with permanent, landscape, event, and now audio visual. So you can kind of see the annual cycle of this business. It's not just holiday focused.
And a lot of technology also, visualizer tools, apps where you can change the colors on some of the permanent.
Definitely. I think that is the biggest differentiator with Blingle. And stepping back from the actual lights themselves, our owners at the point of sale use a technology via augmented reality to visualize, estimate, and build a design portfolio in real time and on the real home. None of our competition is doing that nationally. We can pinpoint the different types of lights, change the angles, intensities, color manipulation, scan that area of the home or business for an instant price quote, And Blingle's a very design aesthetic focused brand. So as we move around the home or business and show them these other concepts of projects, it's kind of a natural opportunity to bring business in consistently. Go ahead. Please
Well,
go
I was
ahead.
going to say, so what if the owner is not artistic or creative?
Is that a dig at me?
A little bit.
I'm the same way. I'm going to say it again. I'm good at golf, not designing. That's the beauty about Blingle. From our brand president, Nels Peterson, who's an HGTV award-winning light design guru, he is going to actually come into the market, help you understand design concepts, theories, teach the team about how to do those certain projects. But that's what the Blingle operations team is there for as well, to help consult and, influence design style and trends in various markets. You don't have to be a designer coming into this. I'd say, honestly, to quantify, about 3 to 5% of the people I work with come into this with any lighting experience, interest, or design background.
So what does that avatar look like for you guys at Blingle? Who are your owners?
About 60% of the people I work with are corporate executives, med device, salespeople, C-suite executives that truly run this in a semi-involved capacity. I never say semi-absentee to anyone I speak to. You can't run and grow and scale a business in that regard. I'm upfront with candidates. Year 1, this is truly going to be closer to full time to get it set up, to get operationalized, to get your team in place. Therefore, if you do it right year 1, years 2 and onward, it's being run by a team and essentially itself. And the financial performance dictates that when I run through item 19. Some of our first year owners did $43,000, some did $960,000. That disparity comes in what you invest into this business and cross marketing and selling to homes and businesses amongst the 5 spokes.
Okay.
And we may have touched on this and I just missed it. What does the total investment look like for a single territory market?
That's going to be about 150 to 350,000 all in from 1 to 3 territories. So now with our incentive in place, a 3 territory would essentially be about $227,000 all in cost, including your vehicles, your materials, your inventory, etc.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Well, what I was going to say is we haven't even touched on the power behind Blingle, the horsepower brand, and all the advantages and benefits that can bring in. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. Blingle's our second most mature brand. We've been doing this, close to 5 full years now. We listen to our owners. And with that, is kind of the evolution of support with horsepower brands. Our Z services truly give the ability, to optimize core operational infrastructure. We're helping you hire. We're doing your accounting and bookkeeping. We're selling you cars. We're doing all of your marketing and lead generation. There's a call center to manage once the leads are cultivated. There's a benefits group. Truly, it provides a playbook and silver platter to our owners of support to where they're really focusing on simply being the face of the business, joining civic organizations to generate organic network referral opportunities, immersing themselves in the markets where this business is established is what they focus on. Horsepower brands and Blingle operationally are going to support everything else day to day for them.
That's a lot of support, and usually brands like that with that amount of support have pretty hefty royalty fees. So the fact that you guys have a flat royalty fee is amazing. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah,
And that from an investment standpoint is truly one of the most captivating aspects for a candidate. And our fixed flat rate with Blingle and our other Advantage brand, Heroes Lawn Care, will not change over the duration of the franchise agreement. There's no reverting back to 6 or 8.5% gross revenue. It is $1,500 a month, capped at $180K max over 10 years of the franchise agreement. For some perspective, when we had our candidates year one on 8.5%, they had to generate on average $211,000 to meet that royalty. Now, 180K max is over 10 years. Our royalty with Blingle is less than 1% of operational costs for our owners. I think that kind of speaks for itself as someone trying to get into entrepreneurialism, in an efficient manner, giving them financial bandwidth to scale and reinvest in their business and grow after year one.
That is awesome.
So what are you seeing from like a scaling standpoint? Is there a better time of the year to start this business? Or since you do have the year round with holiday lighting and now the audio, are you seeing that starting the business at any point in the year works? Or is there a period of time that you like to see owners launch?
Full transparency, I think people want to launch closer to that late fall to give them, the big revenue generation opportunity of holiday. But, based on our training and, phased approach, really year round, we'll teach you how to generate revenue. Obviously, the focus starts with homes. Your first year, the disparity is going to be about 70 to 30 homes to businesses. But in terms of seasonal cycle, it doesn't really matter when you start.
Okay.
All right.
And then you kind of touched on the 70-30 business to commercial or commercial to residential, right? What does that look like for a more mature location? Is it still a pretty big discrepancy, or does it start to get more 50-50?
Not at all. Years 2 and onward, we've seen 60-40, 50-50. An example, our owners in Colorado, their second year landed Colorado Children's Hospital, the entire complex.
Wow.
So once you kind of learn the commercial aspect, learn how to leverage our databases, how to submit yourself for RFPs at that level, it can begin to happen year 2. And that's where 6-figure single project opportunities come in play on the commercial end.
Nice.
I do want to throw this out there, though. This really isn't limited to just homes or businesses. What I tell candidates is be creative in where you think about lights can go. We do grand openings, pro sporting events. We did Maker's Mark Holiday, LL Bean's corporate office. Our owners in Dallas got this project to do 20 bikes. It's called like a mobile bar. There's 20 bikes and a bartender in the middle, and you ride around downtown, and there's neat lights. 20 of those. Our newest owner in Naples, Florida, won the RFP with the city to wrap 600 palm trees down their downtown drive. So just thinking about diverse lighting applications is how you're going to be creative and successful in this business.
All right, that's awesome. I've learned things. I thought that I knew this brand left and right, backwards and forwards, whatever the saying is. Is there anything that we haven't touched on that you want to make sure?
Really just from a high level in terms of operation, your investment level, people, the technology, I think we've covered a lot. For perspective, gross historical first year hovers just under $500,000 at $490K. I'm going to give you a range of our average tickets, and that's sort of across business and residential. Permanent is $5,500 per job. Landscape is $2,200. Event is $1,800, and holiday is $1,500. So there's some pretty good opportunity there. Gross margin hovers around 55%, and EBITDA is currently right under 35% with the business.
Wow, that's really strong.
Pretty decent, and we're evolving. Our new FDD and financial performance for 2024 comes out a few weeks in April, and I think you'll see significant improvements in terms of financial performance for our owners. To quantify that, across the portfolio, system-wide, we saw a 300% increase in sales amongst our owners in 2024.
Wow.
And this isn't, your new FDD isn't even going to include anything about the outdoor audio and visual. Do you have any idea what that average ticket will come? Or I mean, I know it's all over, I guess, but what's
we're estimating around a $3,000 average ticket for that. And
okay.
you know, again, there's a programmatic aspect to this too. So, you know, if we're in there doing the lights, complements, the audio, let's put a program and package together for a discount to consumers.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
A few other points that I think will really help in terms of, you know, candidate optics is validation. I give the opportunity for candidates to speak to a whole diverse array of owners, those just starting out literally 6 to 8 weeks in, those doing, you know, their 4th year, as well as the founder, to give them an end-to-end unbiased perspective of what ownership looked like your 1st quarter, your 5th year. And I think they really enjoy that. And after speaking to these folks, I think it provides them the real world intelligence to determine if it's something they want to continue the discussion with me on.
Well, I will tell you that we are close to the Naples area, and last fall we reached out to Blingle to get an estimate, and they were about 4 months out. So if it
Cheryl Alker's the one, yes, doing very, very well. So that kind of speaks in terms of market opportunity. I hope you got on the waiting list and we did some good work for you.
You did, yes.
Well, we haven't
committed because somebody is
we
very tight with their money, but we're getting there.
It's I think it's supposed to be next month.
Oh, okay.
So it's on its
Tell
way.
them you know me and I'll get you the discount. That's all that really matters.
Love it. All right.
And now everybody watching here is going to be like, I know Aaron, I get the discount.
Just ask for the Aaron discount. I promise you'll get it one way or the other.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you again so much for the time today.
Of course.
Again, for those watching, feel free to click the link below. We'll check, see if your market's still available, talk through some next steps, or you can also text me at 270-215-2844.
Thank you both very much for the opportunity. Look forward to collaboration with your candidates. Have a great rest of the week.
You do the same. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Listen, click the links below. We're here to help if you have any questions. We're not going to bug you. We're not crazy. We're very friendly people, and we just want to help.
Well, at least one of us are.
Hey, we're here to help.